The Icon A5 is what's commonly referred to as the jet ski of the sky. It's a light sport amphibious two-seat airplane powered by a Rotax 912 pusher rated at 100 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 94 foot-pounds of torque at 5,100 RPM. Here are the rest of the specs from the Icon website if you're interested. Besides the flying jet ski appeal to the airplane, the big thing that Icon shows off is their angle of attack indicator. Effectively, it's a direct representation of the angle of attack of the wings, and if you fly by that and keep it in the green, you shouldn't stall. This airplane comes standard with an AOA indicator, and if used wisely, it really helps the pilot fly the airplane within the envelope. Craig has been in a couple of videos over the years, and he's also going to take a flight in the Icon. I was going to rig up cameras in the airplane with him as well to get his reactions flying the airplane, but they actually took him up while I was out flying, and I didn't get a chance to rig the cameras up. I'm used to flying light singles low and slow, and Craig is used to flying high and fast with his several type ratings. And we were invited by Icon Aircraft to break away from Oshkosh and come to a lake just to the north to see what the Icon Aircraft is all about. So what do you normally fly?
I normally fly an MU2, a CJ, and I'm currently building a Lancer Legacy that's got a 865 horsepower Pratt & Whitney on the front of it.
We're both going to fly the Icon A5, which if you haven't seen it, it's like, they call it the jet ski of the sky. It's like a flying boat. I mean, it's a light sport, right?
Yep.
I believe. So it's a light sport.
And an amphib, which is really cool.
Amphibious, so it can land on pavement or grass. It can also land on water. It's a really slick looking airplane, really cool, and we're gonna have a chance to fly it. You've been stoked to fly this thing for a while.
I mean, I've got float plane experience, but it's all 180s and 170s, and I've only flew one amphib one time a long time ago, so this looks like it's gonna be really fun.
Rick here, he's gonna give me a demo flight in the Icon A5. What are we, so I have very little seaplane time. Sure. Pretty much no amphib time, and this is just a totally different class of aircraft in and of itself. So tell me a little bit about what we're gonna do.
Well, what we'll do is we'll get pushed off from the dock here this afternoon. We'll taxi out. During our taxi, I'll go through a safety briefing talking about how to egress the aircraft, talk about the ballistic parachute system, talking about seat belts and life jackets and so forth if we needed those. We've got a pretty good wind today.
Yes, we do.
So it's going to be a little fun and a little bumpy, but we will get full power, take off here in front of the dock. It's a Rotax 912 IS Sport, so
okay,
100 horsepower.
100 horsepower. So for an airplane this size, that'll be a good bit of power, I assume. You really feel it when you punch it.
Yeah, absolutely, especially because it's carbon fiber. About 95% of this aircraft is carbon fiber, so it's a very lightweight, but very sturdy airplane.
It is pretty windy today, so we'll expect some bumps up there as well as down on the water, but that'll help us kind of pop off the water on the takeoff roll.
Absolutely.
And it'll be a good time. So
it'll be a lot of fun.
Let's hop in the airplane, saddle it up, and rocket down this lake, get in the air.
We're good? Yep. You got your headset?
Got my headset.
We are going to get wet today, I can tell you right now.
All right.
Okay? But that's okay, it'll be fun.
That's okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to taxi down a little bit to the east here. Probably get some splashes on the way. And then we'll take off. The wind is coming from the southwest, mostly from the south this afternoon.
Gotcha.
Okay, take off. Our landing gear is up, our flaps are at 30, our water rudder is up. I'll utilize that till we get into position.
Okay.
So you said you've got some amphib time?
A little bit of seaplane time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just took an introductory flight up in Alaska and a Piper Pacer on floats.
Yeah. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I almost just went on one more flight to get ready for the check ride, but I had to head back to Texas.
Sure. Understood. Okay, all the instruments look well, so this is our angle of attack. Have you flown by AOA before?
And a couple airplanes, yeah.
Okay, terrific. So the idea is let's keep the airplane happy flying that needle in green.
Gotcha.
Upon our descent for landing, we'll try to keep it right at the white line.
Okay.
The yellow line is for glassy water landings.
Gotcha, okay. That makes sense.
Okay. So we're going to turn here in a second. Okay, our gear is up, flaps at 30. All right, gear's up, 30, water rudder's up. You ready to go?
Get ready to go.
little bumpy.
Oh yeah. It handles the bumps really well.
Absolutely. Okay, flaps coming up to 15.
All right.
I'm going to do a couple quick passes over the dock if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Flaps to 0. I cannot get any closer to that dock because of all the boaters there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's your aircraft, Josh.
All right, my aircraft.
We'll just try to keep, unless we're in a climb, we'll keep it under 5,000 RPM, please.
Gotcha. And this is all a push rod design. Controls. Very good. Nice and responsive. It's such a unique airplane too. You get in and it feels like a sports car.
It does. Yeah, that was by design.
Yeah.
Looks like you're in a sports car.
That's right.
You've got everything you need.
Kind of handles like one too.
Very responsive, isn't it?
Very responsive.
Yeah, so the company was started by Kirk Hawkins 12 or 13 years ago, where he had the idea of this aircraft. It took years of engineering and design to get the Icon A5 that we have today. But we're very proud that we're in full production, delivering airplanes every month.
Oh yeah.
Getting more airplanes in the air.
I heard y'all just produced the 100th aircraft?
We did. It was a huge celebration.
Wow.
Just a couple weeks ago.
That's a big deal. That's
we're
fantastic.
Very proud of it. Yeah, thank you. All right, we're at 1200. I'm going to turn just to get a little bit more altitude here.
All right.
Let's do power on stall, shall we first?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. So full deflection to the back, power on, 50 knots. You'll hear the stall horn, about 45. There we are. If you want to grab the yoke, you can. We got full deflection all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
Port Atkinson, skydiving 3, skydiving, 2 minutes, Port Atkinson.
Turn to the right. Turn to the left. Very stable.
Yeah, no kidding. That is
and recover.
And we really lost no altitude.
Pretty much maintained our altitude.
Yeah, that's great.
Hickory Oak, flight of 2 Cubs, 5 miles northwest, North Shore of Lake Viewmar inbound for landing Hickory Oaks.
Okay, power off stall. Feel free to grab the yoke. Stall horn about 45. Descending at about 300 feet per minute currently.
That's incredible.
500 feet per minute.
We're just mushing right down.
That's exactly. Recover.
Wow. That is one stable airframe.
It really is.
Wow.
That is why so many non-pilots feel comfortable learning how to fly in the A5.
Oh yeah. It seems like just a very simple platform. There's nothing big to distract you right in front of you.
That's correct.
Not to mention you can do land or sea.
Yep.
In this case,
I'm on the right. Visual.
So the water looks a little smoother over here, so
yeah.
we will
come in here and land.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, you got it. We're leaving.
Thank you. All right, let's. It's your aircraft. Let me walk you through landing. I'll help you through it a little bit. So let's enter on a 45 here. That'll be our runway here.
Okay. Got the aircraft.
Got the aircraft.
I got it here.
Hickory Oaks, blue and white Cubs, right base, land to the south.
So Josh, we can go all the way up to that tree line.
Okay.
Begin our landing checklist.
Gotcha.
So we're in our left downwind right now. All right, our gear is up, our flaps are 0, our water rudder is up. Slow down, we're at 60 knots, so we're good. We can put our 15% flaps in.
All right, 15. Skydive 3, jumper
All right, bring the power back just slightly. And turn left base. Okay, our gear is up, our flaps are at 15, our water rudder is up. And we can turn final.
All right. Hickory Oak.
And you can put in 30 once you level the wings.
Turn it final, land to the south, Hickory Oaks.
Okay, so let's keep it on that white line and begin our descent, or just
okay, I'll roll out to the
power accordingly.
Pass the taxiway, give you that room.
All right. Put a little bit, 3,500 or so. 50 knots. This side for you. Doing great. Let the power bleed off just a little bit. Go, we'll come to full. That was great.
Fantastic.
Get your heart pumping, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, just a little bit. It's a very different sight picture, of course. You know, when you're used to land, you know, of course, landing. I don't have much seaplane time.
You're used to being up high on floats. It's a very different side picture.
Exactly. Exactly. Very good.
All right, shall we take off?
Absolutely.
Okay. We've got plenty of room. We've got plenty of room. Okay, our gear is up. Our flaps are at 30. Water rudder is up. I'll just help you a little bit.
Okay.
All right, full deflection back. Let's bring it over, get over the top a little bit. Planing. Starts to bounce a little bit, just a little bit of back pressure. And we're off.
Beautiful.
Good job.
God, it handles so great.
It does.
It's just super smooth.
It's very stable, it's very responsive, which makes it a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
All right, we go flaps to 15.
All right, flap.
And you can go flaps to 0 whenever you're ready. Turn left, turn out.
Yeah, we do have a pretty good wind.
Yes, we do. You can bring the power back to about 4,900.
Okay.
This is what flying should be like.
No kidding, right? This is what it's about.
I agree.
You have eyes on the other icon?
Back to the right.
Okay.
So I think we'll do one more pass over, kind of make the turn, and then we'll land, okay, over by the dock.
Sounds good. Trying to pick out which dock it was.
We're way back that way to the left. So
gotcha.
We'll do kind of an extended left base here. You can keep your power right there for now. We still got a ways to go.
And those stalls blew me away. Very, very stable air.
There's our friend.
There he is.
Hey Slam, I'm going in to land in front of the dock. Okay, copy. We'll follow you in. All right, Josh, I've got the flight controls.
All right, you got the flight controls.
Okay, our landing gear is up, our flaps are at 0, water rudder is up. Clear of all boats and obstacles. Here we are.
Beautiful. Copy one.
All right, so we may get a little wet on our way back, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Put the windows open today.
We're in a seaplane.
It's refreshing.
That's right.
Woo!
All right, we're home.
Heck yeah.
Hope you had a great flight.
Oh, I absolutely did. Thanks a bunch.
Flew a couple different configurations. He basically took it in and showed me how they set it up for a landing. I did 3 or 4 landings that were really incredibly easy. Having the AOA gauge there just makes it ridiculous because you literally can just fly however many units you want and keep it right where you want and just touch it down, and it touches down like glass every time. You literally can't screw it up. I mean, if you have eyes and you can look at a gauge and you know what a stick does, you're okay. I was really amazed at how quick it basically unsucks and gets on the step and how quick it comes off. And then if you're willing to climb it, you know, at an AOA and stuff, which I guess is probably VX, it actually climbs quite well and is very stable in climb. I was also amazed how much aileron authority, although, you know, obviously you don't use ailerons in a stall and stuff, but I had the ball centered, and as it was going down, I was wiggling the stick back and forth just to see if it had aileron authority, and it still had aileron authority through the stall, which, that was impressive.
Well, that was fun, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
This airplane is so incredibly fun to fly, so smooth on the controls. It's all push rods, very lightweight airplane for the horsepower that it's got.
Absolutely.
It's got some power. It jumps right off the water, especially with the chop we've got on the water today. But I did a landing, I did a takeoff. I think it was okay.
You did really well. You did really well.
I have virtually no seaplane time.
The conditions were a little bit tougher today, but you did terrific.
Lots and lots of wind, and we did some low flying, did some banking, played with the angle of attack indicator. That's incredibly cool to have in an airplane. Very good tool too. So the Icon A5, absolutely awesome. Very happy that you guys gave us the opportunity to come out here and fly it today.
We're happy to have you.
I appreciate the flight.
You bet.
Thanks a bunch. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.
The Icon is certainly not your everyday general aviation aircraft. It's received its fair share of criticism as an impractical airplane because of its low useful load, slow speeds, etc. But that's like saying your jet ski is impractical because it can only hold 2 people and it doesn't have the range to make it across the Atlantic. You've got to consider the mission that the aircraft is built for. Now that I can say I have personally flown the Icon A5, I must say I'm a fan. It's fun. Very fun. The controls handle like a brand new sports car, and it can land on both land and sea, and that's why they call this thing the flying jet ski. Not to mention having that angle of attack gauge right in front of you makes it so easy to fly this airplane. Obviously, I think learning all of the other stuff like flying, airspeed, feeling what the airplane is doing, all that stuff that you normally get with training is super, super important. But once a pilot has a firm understanding of how an airplane flies, this thing becomes even more fun to fly. And I think Icon did a really solid job designing a great airplane that is just fun to fly. If you liked this video, do consider subscribing and turning on notifications if you would like to so you don't miss the next video. If you'd like to support this channel, you can head over to aviation101.com/store and shop merch and gear there, such as the hat I'm wearing in this video. Until next time, I want you to stay happy, stay healthy, stay current, and of course, stay proficient, and we'll see you next time. Fly safe.